Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of this videocast. My name is Steffie, and I'm one of the founders of Bachata Passion, and I'm excited to be here with you again today. So if you're excited for this next episode, don't forget to subscribe to my channel below. Comment what you're thinking of this channel and what you want to see more of, and then we can stay in touch. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the crazy experiences that we've had spreading our passion for bachata around the world, because it's brought us to many events, to many places, and to a lot of destinations. So today we're going to go through 3 of those most memorable congresses. So it's time to get started. Over the last 2 weeks, we've been talking a lot about bachata shows. Why? Because it's one of the things that we do and that we have used to grow our business from a hobby to an actual business at this moment in time. As we perform in the Netherlands, but also abroad, so internationally as well. And we will go to a lot of festivals where we perform and we teach at the same time. And as we're super grateful that this has brought us all around the world, and we've had the chance of spreading our passion with a lot of different participants and destinations, and thereby meeting new cultures, meeting new people, and expanding our Bachata Passion family across borders. As now we've done this both with the team, so that we travel with the team as well as when going as a couple. And today we're going to go through 3 of the crazy experiences that we've had. There's so many, I couldn't really choose between all of them, but these 3 really stuck out, and I want to share them with you. So the first one being that we got stuck in Congo. And when I say Congo, I literally mean the Democratic Republic of Congo in Africa. Is not one of the first locations you think of traveling for bachata, neither did we, but we were invited to a congress that they were organizing there for the first time, with a group of artists from Europe, so from Italy, from France, from the Netherlands, some more artists, and we were invited to come to Congo. Not to one of the capitals, but to Lubumbashi, and I hope I pronounced this right. So we were invited to go to Lubumbashi, which means already that it's a trip of 27 hours there. Then we would be there for only a weekend, performing 3 different shows, teaching only 1 workshop, and then we'd fly back on the next, on the Monday. So be there only for a weekend, where we travel 27 hours, I think it was, to get there, and 24 to get back. Crazy already like that, right? But that's not surprisingly something that a lot of big artists in this scene, they travel weekends to all the different continents. For us, what got it crazy was that we got stuck. What do I mean with stuck? The weekend was amazing. Was very different from festivals that we're used to normally. Not that many participants, but more performing for the locals, for the local organizations that he was collaborating with, and just spreading our passion there with people that hadn't really come into contact with bachata just yet. So it was great, and it was a great experience. But when the day came that we had to fly back, we went on a tour with all of the artists, and we went to go meet with one of the ministers, and we met a lot of people. And in the end, the organizer brought us to the airport, and I think we had 2 hours until flight, or 1.5, but we were with a big group, and the flight company just said, nope, you're too late. You had to be here at least, I don't remember, 3 hours before, and because it's such a big group, we cannot really accommodate you anymore, so you missed your flight. So imagine, the plane was still there, we were all there, we were ready to go back, and then we weren't allowed. So you can imagine the stress that arose between all the artists. The organizer tried, I think, everything in his power to get us on that flight, but they really said no. And the airport of Lubumbashi is something I had never seen before, and they'd had to do everything manually. So the process just would be too long to really check us in and make sure that we were on board by the time that they would have to leave. So yeah, we missed the flight. Even though we were there, we missed the flight, which was really tough, especially for the organizer, because you have to imagine there was I think it was almost 20 of us. And he had to bring us back to the hotel, make sure that we could all check in again, that we got the rooms back, that he had to take care of us being safely there, because it was, especially at that time as well, not one of the safest countries to be in. We were not allowed to leave the hotel. We were only located there. So for us, it was okay. We had a good hotel. There was a swimming pool. The weather was gorgeous. There was just no way we could leave the hotel without anyone else present. And we just spent every day waiting for good news on hearing how many people could join the next flight, because there weren't that many flights from Lubumbashi going through all the transits and then going back to Amsterdam or France that some had to go to. So yes, for those of the artists that also had a different job and that had to be back, it was really tough. But looking back on it now, yes, we had some stressful moments, because being stuck there, not knowing like where you can go and not knowing if you're safe, brought a lot of stress. But now we especially look back with a smile, because it was a week where we connected with the other artists a lot. We had a lot of fun at the pool and just like a holiday. And by the end, we managed to get back. We managed to all go back, not at the same time. Like every day, a few of them left. The ones that really had the priority to leave because they needed to go back to work. We stayed till the very end with Renate, Geno, and me. And then we all got to go back. And it was a little bit more stress, which I didn't share with you in the blog because it was too much to write. But now that I'm thinking about it, I always check everything, right? So we got our flights, we got our tickets, and we were waiting in the waiting area. And we had 3 flights because we had a few transits, right? And one of the transits was, I think it was in Nigeria. I'm not sure anymore. And I said to everyone, okay, guys, like check your tickets, check if it's all correct, because everything was done manually. It was just a completely different airport. So I said, okay, let's make sure that we get home safe. Please all check your tickets. Now, of course, what happens, everyone checks their tickets. You had 3, it was all good. I get to my own ticket and I see that my second ticket, so not the one from Lubumbashi to Nigeria, but the one from there, was not on my name. So they'd given me the wrong ticket. There was a Chinese name on there, so I was 100% convinced it wasn't my name. And I had to run back and make sure that they got me my ticket, or I would get stuck, not just in Congo, but then in Nigeria as well. But yeah, it was a little crazy at the airport. They didn't let anyone wait with me, so I had to wait by myself while Geno and all the other artists had to already walk to the plane, not knowing if I was going to get my ticket in time to join them again to go back. Again, a lot of stress. I managed to get my ticket just in time, ran to the plane, because there's like, you literally walk to the plane with my suitcase, had to get everything on, and I was able to join everyone still and managed to get all the way to Amsterdam. So yes, a whole adventure, something that was already going to be a spectacular trip, performing in Congo, turned out to be one of our most memorable trips, because we were stuck there in total for a week in the end. But yeah, now looking back on it, like I said, it was just a week-long vacation, and it was just a crazy time with the team, which was fun. And then second, because we travel a lot, and these things are booked well in advance, which means that sometimes you feel great and sometimes you don't. So the second one we're going to talk about was when Geno and I, the two of us, went to Manchester for a small event where it was just about us. We were teaching, performing, and then the next morning we would leave. So it was just going there on Friday, teaching, performing, party, sleep for a few hours, and then get back on the plane. And I was not feeling well. It was the first time that I really, really felt sick. Nauseous, just really, really bad. But because the festival, like the event was all about us, like I really felt like I could not let anyone down and say that I wasn't feeling good and just stay in the room. No. So we made it to the event. We started teaching, and I was just so not feeling well. And I'm good at like putting on a mask and just enjoying and making sure that all the students have a good time. But at that moment, I was just really not feeling good. So remember, I was just holding on and just thinking, okay, let's get through it. It's 2 hours of teaching. Just give it your all, and then you'll have some time to relax. And I just remember keeping going, and I had the mic. And at one point, I just said to Geno, like it was on music, luckily. I said to Geno, okay, take this. I gave him the mic. I had to run to the bathroom, threw everything out, really like not feeling good. Took a few minutes for myself and then thought, okay, it's all out. Let's continue. Got myself back up, cleaned myself up, and then went back and taught the rest of the workshop together with Jeno. It was just really like the first real battle I had with my own body, like being able to keep up for the teaching. Then I took some time to rest a little bit backstage, got ready for the show. I don't know how we did it because I really wasn't feeling like too good, but we managed to perform the show pretty okay. Not the best show we've done, of course, but it was pretty okay, and I think people enjoyed it, so that's good. I even managed to enjoy some of it. I just danced on like automatic pilot, just muscle memory, automatic pilot. And yes, we did it. We finished the show. We did some social dancing because by that time, luckily, I think adrenaline kicked in and I was just feeling a little bit better. And went to sleep and went back home the next day. So it's just like one day, crazy day of me battling with myself. And like the one thing it taught me is that I can handle so much more than I think. Because we think so often like, okay, I'm not feeling too good. Maybe I should just stay home. Maybe, I'm not saying you shouldn't. Like, you listen to your own body, please do. But at that moment, I noticed that if I could just switch it, I could keep going. And I actually managed to perform and enjoy the show and had a really good evening. Whereas if I would have thought, not feeling too well, I'll just stay at home and stay in, I would have missed all of that. So for me, it was a lesson of getting to know my own body and what I'm capable of a little bit more. And I'm happy that I'm in that process, starting to get to know myself a little bit better every time. So yeah, that was the second one. Then number three. Number three is special. Why? Because it was the last one before this whole COVID-19 situation started. So while we thought that 2020 was going to be the year of our international traveling, we had so many bookings lined up. We were going to travel a lot. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But the last festival we were at was at Bachata Passion in Karlsruhe. And it was special because it was the first time that we went with the four of us. So Dami, Shamir, Jeno, and me. Exciting because it was the first time also performing with the four of us. So it's a lot of stress on that angle. But we had such a great time. Like, it was a true road trip. Going there by car and then taking the train back further to Karlsruhe and just staying with the four of us in one room, which was hilarious. Like, it was like the proper weekend away road trip feeling and such a connection, like creating that connection with the four of us. We were so ready for the rest of the year. We were like, okay, we got this and we can do this. We go for it. A strong team. And then it turned out to be the last one. But those weekends are always so much fun. Like, okay, you can get stuck and you can get really sick, but most of them, the majority, are just a lot of fun with the team and just like fun meeting people from all over the world, dancing with people, because that's what I love. Like, I would have never imagined that there was such a thing as bachata, which I could dance with people from all over the world, people I cannot even communicate with in the same language. We can meet on the dance floor and we can dance and we can understand each other. I mean, how beautiful is that, right? So yes, those weekends, I cannot wait for them to get started again. I cannot wait to travel and to go to these congresses. So I hope those days will be back really soon. And I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit more of behind the scenes of our trips. If you're curious to what we all experienced during our last trip, we always, like the last ones, we always made a vlog with the team where you can actually see what a weekend with Bachata Passion at a Congress looks like. So I'll post the link below and I'll put it at the end of the video as well so you can see what our weekend, our last weekend before COVID-19 was like in Karlsruhe at Bachata Passion. And I hope you'll join us to one of the congresses soon, or maybe at our own congress, which we hope is going to continue in December. It's called Bachata Boost Festival. Look it up. Make sure you're there because it's a true experience. Festivals in general are just a really great way of like dancing, enjoying, meeting new people, and just really like spreading your passion for bachata. So yes, that was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and then I'll see you back next week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is Steffi from Bachata Passion, and I recommend you to watch the videos on this site because they're exactly the content that you're going to want to watch next. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment below, and like this video. Let us know what you thought so that we can unite online and keep spreading that passion.